Arsenal last 8 meetings with Villa, no, we winning 5. This fixture has been decided by 1 goal margin in the last 5 meetings. With performance at Tete and Brighton and during Indra rotations or no, it shows that Villa game again be a and he doesn't want to go to the Villa Park and miss out. Even after Villa, it keep 4 clean sheets, it will fear no. Still, Arsenal be energy on be kwa piki win.
Right, Atnas share weekend games, you know. Now, Shannon say Sports Arena. Atnas from now. Konina ne de agudie munsem na ebro Shannon say say you do December fixtures na nyasam keto every 3 days be a match ekoso ntitamu chuku na kwan bia so yenhwe ne yenye dey yendi bet my bet na bibia yen de enkoye my bet.africa nyasam keto wo be di better my bet na me kanfo the amount na Telegram and I say Telegram account no Sports Arena we dey join the honey the codes ni bibia den egu I was also na TikTok account no so kwan bia so yes we be hu videos na dey na fe YouTube channel no say Sports Arena GHTV Sports Arena GHTV hona you streaming show no dia fa na bibia timi akoyeti obomo dey na wo hwe wi ano when me subscribe no so no subscribe when me notification so say na discussion ni nyina no so sabe kan bi na fe bibia so etimi akoye weekends we nyasem ketu akra matches no ebe koso ho no Aston Villa ene Arsenal ebe bo no 12:30 Saturday Bournemouth ene Chelsea bebo 3 p.m. and Everton and so ene Nottingham Forest ebe bo Man City ene Sunderland, Newcastle ene Burnley, Tottenham Hotspur ene Brentford and Leeds United ene Liverpool ebe bo honom uko Le Championnat ni mo French Ligue 1 so ene so Brest ni Monaco bebo Lille enso ni Marseille, Nantes ene Lens, Toulouse ene Strasbourg, PSG ene Rennes ana OGC Nice ni Angers, Le Havre ene Paris FC ena Auxerre ene Metz na Lorient ene Olympique Lyon honum enti Shannon efa emayen na okopie mu Bundesliga ne so a fixtures Mainz 05 ene Mönchengladbach bebo, Stuttgart ene Bayern Munich ena Wolfsburg ene Union Berlin, Augsburg ene Bayer Leverkusen, Heidenheim ene Freiburg, FC Cologne ene St. Pauli ena RB Leipzig ene Eintracht Frankfurt, Hamburger SV ene Werder Bremen ena Dortmund ene Hoffenheim ena ebebo honum side no yanko Italian Crunchy Serie A hoso Sassuolo ne Fiorentina, Inter Milan ni Como, Verona ne Atlanta, Cremonese ene Lecce, Cagliari ene AS Roma, Lazio ene Bologna, Napoli ene Juventus, Pisa ene Parma, Udinese ene Genoa ene Torino ene AC Milan nyasam ketu akra weekend games no yanko Spanish La Liga ni mu Real Oviedo ene Mallorca bebo, Villarreal ne Getafe bebo, na fe Alaves enso ne Real Sociedad, Real Betis ne Barcelona, Atletico Bilbao ene Atletico Madrid, Elche ne Girona ena Valencia ne Sevilla, Espanyol ene Rayo, Real Madrid ene Celta Vigo ena Sasuna ene Levante. Games ni enie yenremu quickly na fe Bernard bibia kama there.
Yeah, list to be a kama.
Yeah, yenhwe games no we yam bobo so anene me de os kakra bebre for the weekends enya sam keto akra.
Okay, nti ensha see in free the Premier League, that is games because in the Premier League. You know say this Premier League game week no very important, especially for the top 4 teams.
Sure.
In the Premier League, that is Arsenal, Manchester City, Aston Villa and Chelsea. Now difficult fixtures this week. Into no league title no ubi betimi by Arsenal and Arsenal betimi atwimo. This is the period, or this week is the period the betimi determine a lot in this season's Premier League. Your first game between Arsenal and Aston Villa. Yeah, kai say some 2 seasons ago this fixture, Aston Villa Arsenal by 1-0, and now I know Arsenal intimi and league.
Yeah.
But last season, Arsenal corrected side and it's a Villa about be team of brands and Osheno. So last season, Arsenal Sheno and also by 2-1. But one thing I mean who of this fixture is in Arsenal last 8 meetings with Villa, no, we win 5.
Okay.
So you so Villa has now dream, but on record, time almost it depends on that particular just one game at Villa team made the home. This fixture has been decided by 1 goal margin in the last 5 meetings. In TNA, say come in bed with Africa, maybe I will share goals for one teamer. Mostly it's been decided by 1-0, 2-1, 1-0, 2-1 in the last 5 meetings. But one thing at Villa, Ebony a lot of courage going into this game. They said they are one of the teams Ebony said in the first half, they leading and making sure said their opponent is not scoring. Team a friend Villa. And in their last games, in the first 15 minutes, on conceded goal. So say Arsenal bet me that early goal. It set them on a good tone against a team like Aston Villa. But I'm seeing with performance at Teta and Brighton identity and during Indra rotations it shows that Villa game be and he doesn't want to go to the Villa Park and miss out. Even after Villa keep 4 clean sheets, it will feel still Arsenal be energy on picky win. So with this game, say me come in bed with Africa. I'm looking at Arsenal win or draw and also a 1.5.
Okay.
The safer side for any investor or her person going to any game. Bournemouth, any Chelsea. This has been one fixture. Being himself a Vitality Park and a Vitality Stadium where whole ball boy ding And last season, Chelsea could win by 1-0. It took Nkunku coming from the bench and the best shares are going in match.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Yes, very, very difficult. And most of the big teams are called bread. But one thing at Chelsea, it's that huge record over a team like Bournemouth. In their last 7 meetings, Chelsea lose against Bournemouth.
Okay.
Winning 4 and about draw 3. And Osha record they could have Bournemouth coming into this game. They've been in their bad patch. So this is the time as a Chelsea person about Bournemouth. This is the time to play them.
Okay.
But Obianim Chelsea after good performance against Barcelona, against Arsenal, against Leeds,
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know the Chelsea team are representing who against Bournemouth. But say come and bed with Africa. One thing I'm person me catch on is this season, anytime at Chelsea about ball Saturday 3 p.m. or about twice, Nina will lose.
Okay.
3 p.m. kickoff twice. Nina will lose this season.
Okay.
Into uko game we are not sure who so we so Chelsea be almost this hard defeat in the game we know how to boss because there's a team they've been 3 p.m. games on my body this season, no ma caught by a defeat. Bournemouth a team be Otaisha early goals this season already one of the joint high when it comes to early goals from minute 1 to minute 20.
Okay.
So it's a Bournemouth they can share early goal and yame because we against Everton no mean and share that early goal. Most of their games they've been scoring either from minute 1 to minute 20 or during the first half.
So what should Chelsea do differently in fixtures like this? It appears that the big games in there no problem.
Yeah.
The big games in there, obviously, the big players will play. What should Maresca do? Especially looking at what happened yesterday.
Yes, Usher with Enzo Maresca, I think you who's a coach be during December, the best thing is to do rotations. We hear Manchester City, we hear Arsenal. There are a lot of rotations in their teams. Games on my boy. And it wouldn't be the just the beginning of it. It wouldn't be the end. Because December fixtures, from now to the 30th of December, clubs neighbor always getting to 8 games, including Champions League and league games, league cups. So this is the time I need to rotate. One rotating year, you may now find yourself January, February, March. When you do the last ending of the Premier League, now for the key players now anyhow.
Okay.
So most of the managers you are rotating, but most of the Chelsea rotation it comes with a lot of defeat. Chelsea fans question Maresca. Why do you rotate against this? Why do you rotate against this? Sometimes I buy into that idea because their fixtures are everybody will accept for Chelsea to rotate. Where Chelsea against Burnley, Chelsea did a rotation. Tosin Mostarte. Tosin was one of the best players on the pitch for Chelsea.
Okay.
But then against Leeds, Obianim said Chelsea need Leeds rivalry, a date way back.
Yeah.
And at that time, not Leeds, one of the top teams in the Premier League. Not Chelsea could be a question. Into Leeds for
Chelsea could be Okolusi.
no, those times na Chelsea Leeds here one of the big teams. Na Chelsea pick some vital wins if you more. But it do baby a bedane. Now for the Leeds here pick wins if Chelsea time Chelsea to be an adjunct or no to be dominate, you know. So this is one fixture. It comes with a lot of fight, a lot of the fans would pushing. It's a team where I see a sham. So these games don't mostly call for rotations, sir. So you need to look at how to rotate in some games and how your rotation would be. Rotation can be just 1 or 2 players, putting them to rest or starting them and taking them off earlier for them to get a rest. And I think, I don't know Chelsea fans may be questioning Maresca, but going into this Bournemouth game, it will be a very difficult game. Bournemouth are now coming from 2 defeats, Sunderland 3-2, and Everton 1-0. And they wouldn't come into this game and present themselves to Chelsea in Besham. They will come in with a good fight. Vitality Stadium on, so I'd say we lead for Stadium 1. The fans are closer to the pitch. They are motivating the team up and down. Say they bet me winning. And I'm say Chelsea are one team. If you want a team, you don't know which of the team you are going to meet. You may get a good result against them.
Okay.
Until this is a game, Maresca would go in with a full setup. But saying I'm making records now. Records are not backing Chelsea on 3 p.m. games.
Okay.
And this is something that they'll be looking at going into this game. Are they going to repeat the same record or not? It will become in bed of Africa. At least if you remember and say this game is going to be a scoring game. Chelsea Beshe goes, Bournemouth Beshe goes. Bournemouth, apart from the Everton game, they were scoring 2+ goals in all their fixtures. And they will score against Chelsea. Chelsea would also score. But the best team who would be more compact defensively will win the day. But I'm tipping a Chelsea win or draw and also a 1.5 L.
Okay.
Yeah, Manchester City and Sunderland. And I think Manchester City, the 26 games are about against newly promoted side. No, just 2 waiting me about draw.
Okay.
And this is a different Sunderland team ever against City. And this Sunderland team, no, maybe the title would be on them as a newly promoted side, but at least to me, who I'm saying newly promoted side.
Okay.
They are playing like the old Barclays Premier League team. They go into games in who there. It took Chiesa just to take a point from Team F, 3 points from Sunderland.
I think the striker didn't do. I was say, then you can also running keeper. No?
Yes.
Because that angle now no when or chepe and
Oshe no. And now even in time or running in Pono, Chiesa ne era so just a pause no.
Yeah.
Ultimation.
Oh yeah.
And that was something that it took. And it shows they are battling the big boys. Of our 3 point for Chelsea, of our 1 point for Arsenal, of another 1 point if we Liverpool. And City wouldn't be any different. I wouldn't be surprised Sunderland going into this game and winning Manchester City. Especially with performance at City Airborne.
It will be difficult.
Sunderland are coming out with a different form. One thing I had City this season, defending set pieces. And Sunderland are the master when it comes to playing through set pieces.
Okay.
Those said they've not scored a lot of goals from set pieces, but their set pieces are on point. Anytime Mbenya free kick in their half, their goalkeeper picks the ball, all their players are into the opponent half. Mm-hmm. They are trying to get those second balls. And it will be something, Oshe City against Leeds, it was something similar, long balls into the City half. And they will repeat the same thing. But one thing about Boa City is there's been no side this season, halftime in the Premier League, wako down.
Okay.
City, every time in halftime, they are leading. In the Premier League this season, we're leading in 9 games out of the 14 our ball. And that shows the performance at Omodani. But one thing at Sunderland, Edeba into this game, said they've scored 5 unanswered goals in the opening 15 minutes this season. Sunderland, 80 million early goal in the first half. It will worry Manchester City, a team that had 5-1 lead against Fulham better. And so Sunderland in that early goals now, it will be a vital thing against that is Manchester City. But with this game, Etihad will play a big factor with the fans, with the pitch, the size of the pitch, and with Sunderland on their set pieces, they no more because Etihad Nimuso saying that is the Sunderland omu park. And I think this game at the foot of match for one say Manchester City win or draw 1.5. That would be the safest thing to go for. Because City are men who say they are not convincing, especially going into games like this. Obey leading but when you look at bet and an early payout for Manchester City will be the option and meet me 2 for Seco. You read the Italian league. One team with the Italian league are all surprised you'll be that is Como. And they've been the underdogs in the Italian league. Even though Oshe Como style of play now. May the bet to maybe Ayas in the Champions League. Omba as favorite, but every time Oba at the upset Eba, Oba surprises some of the big teams, and that is what Como yet this season in the Serie A. Oshe Inter Milan, they are one of the teams as a league. We tip them to win the league because of the quality of Mukuta, because of the history at Ebakiomba, and they are just trailing by the league by a goal and by a point. And with that, it shows now there are teams coming in, the AC Milans and the AS Roma is performing. But Como if Como is to perform and get a win against team a friend in Inter Milan, they will be on the same point with Inter Milan, the favorite, which a good performance at Fabregas. And then Brantiano Inter Milan, they've been the side anytime they are playing against maybe this side who are very difficult to beat. Inter Milan always get to grind the result, but either by 1-0 or by 2-1. You don't see Inter Milan scoring more goals this season. But going into this game, Metima Kachobia says, "Oh, you'll be a winning corners who are a fixture win. Corners over 9.5, a bit simple amount so. Inter Milan in the Serie A, a lot of corners.
Okay.
Como, on the other hand, or average corner per game 7.46. So two teams on Babeshi now corners you there. And likely this game may get into a lot of corners. But I'm not seeing a lot of goals in this game because of the way Inter Milan on she goals baby this season. Como also and she goals, but they are grinding results. And I'm seeing at least an under 3.5 and also a corners of over 9.5 in this fixture. Upe team obetimi winning this game. I'm tipping Inter Milan to get a win against Tima. Your friend, that is Como. Yenra, that is another Italian league game going on. Napoli against Juventus. Juventus having got that patch, I know we actually said the old ladies of the Italian league, they come into the season performing so well. But they are 7th on the league log. Napoli and that is their second position. Actually, with 6 points.
Yeah.
It will take a win for Juventus to set their title run ahead. And they've gotten an experienced coach leading them. And with that experience, will play a big factor in this game. Oshe Juventus, they've been able to keep good records from their last 5 games. We win 3 and we about draw 2. And these are not just easy games. These are games and not last season, not Juventus say draw, no lose. And they've been able to do that. Napoli, on the other hand, the last 5 games, we in a cup game or ball in draw, draw in the 90 minutes, a call extra, they've won 3 and also lost 1. Into your banner statistic wise, Juventus will name say Napoli. But this fixture, list well. At that fixture, we might say, this fixture is always being won by a goal margin. Say, and yet a goal margin, the game is ending in a 0-0. And one thing I made to investors when said there's only one game in this fixture. It ended in a 5-1 for Team Efren and Napoli. And in this game, Ubetimia command bed of Africa, multi-goals option. Napoli 1-3. Likely to play. Juventus are conceding. And Napoli will surely get a goal. I'm not seeing Napoli scoring 4 goals in this game.
Yeah.
And it will be between that range of 1-3. So multi-goals on my bed of Africa. Napoli 1-3. Never option I'm 2-4. So that is the Spanish La Liga. Real Betis against Barcelona. Obi Okai this fixture be last season. Barcelona, after winning 5-1 against Real Betis, when to me, Real Betis home, Real Betis ending the ball 2-2. Anthony Mobo boss Adano. And now another fixture in the LL Betis would be a good thing for Team Efren and Real Betis. But Barcelona, apart from that 2-2, Barcelona were dominating there with results and making sure say Bibia Betimia Koye. But Barcelona away from this season, this tour, and yet. Crack.
But they are capable of scoring 2 goals.
Oh yes, this is Lupe team Moshe goals in this La Liga at Barcelona. Lupe team Obama 2+ goals in the La Liga at Barcelona. As of now, they've scored in every game they've played in the La Liga.
Okay.
The only game across all competitions, go this season against Chelsea.
Okay.
Barcelona has been scoring 2+ goals. Game pa anko yamano as Sevilla. And Real Madrid, at least they got a goal. So this game is one game. Likely both teams are going to score. Real Betis, so last game when Jimmy and Shego was against Atletico Madrid. And so this game, I'm tipping both teams surely scoring. By her statistics wise, this fixture has been one fixture most of the Real Betis fans
Okay.
playing against the top team in Barcelona. And Real Betis up on home in their last 5 games, they get to score from minutes 20 going. From minute 20 to the 45 minutes, Real Betis are getting goals. Real Betis have scored 2+ goals in their last 8 games. Into fixture way,
the goals
who will be out pay over fixture ni. Over 3.5 you're likely to play because in their last 4 fixtures, over 3.5 abo. Real Betis to score, Barcelona to score, that is both team to score option. And I'm looking at this game, Barcelona win or draw, both team to score. That will be the option I'll bet me. Scano, will bet me I do my bet.africa. Yeah, sure. Real Madrid against Celta de Vigo. And I think Celta de Vigo this season, they've been the Celta de Vigo anymore. They'll start the league poor. Season what they do is they grind results and make sure they stay in the league and prepare for the next season. And last season they gave Real Madrid a run for their money. It was Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah.
The game ended in 3-2. And I'm not seeing them backing down, even though with their bad home form, their bad form this season. They've won just 2 out of their last 5. And Real Madrid has not been convinced. No way we need 2 out of the last 5 with 3 draws, but with Celta de Vigo, but that is, we lose to 3. And I think that this will be one game. Alonso, said the team not pick and pick here because their game against Bilbao wasn't that Bilbao anymore. You could see Nico Williams at him first. You take the ball, run at defenders and try to shoot. Now he's not even shooting. And I'm looking at this game to be a difficult game for Real Madrid. Real Madrid, I say, anytime they are playing in a late fixture, you against Girona, you against Elche. And those games, they find it very difficult to grind results.
But what I've noticed is that La Liga and you were 2 separate teams, right? Yeah. You were Atletico Madrid playing, Real Madrid playing against Atletico Madrid, playing against Barcelona, playing against Villarreal, playing against Bilbao, playing against let me check. Playing against Celta Vigo.
Yeah.
Your teams be on or like me person me sure of what I'm saying. Okay, so your Villarreal,
yeah,
your Real Betis, your Atletico Madrid, your Bilbao, your Celta Vigo, your Sevilla, your Valencia.
Yeah.
Now, Oviedo de Afena Waba. Teams with the Levante, Osasuna, Mallorca, Alaves, Elche, Real Sociedad, Getafe, Espanyol. These are teams Omushia Obia. No, it doesn't matter opponent Omushia. You cannot trash them.
Yes.
To say Obia Oshomo 3, 4, 5.
They come in very difficult.
They come in very difficult. I think that Girona, this season, the way they are struggling, our league anymore. That is why coach and I are very conservative or try to about 5 defenders at the back. Yeah. They are not known for that. Anytime they are league anymore, they play explosive football, right? So I think that Celta Vigo game goes beba.
Yes, goes beba.
This week La Liga games, Real Madrid Barcelona games goes beba.
We had their last fixture. The list goes about in a 2-0 for Real Madrid. The list, you like a 3-2, a 4-0, a 5-2. Nina Bam, a 6-0 probably for Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, even though say we are talking about Real Madrid team this season they've not lost a game at home. In the La Liga and in all competitions, they've not lost a game at home. And they've won all their games being played at home. In Santiago Bernabeu, a good place for them to go and pick results. And in their last 5 fixtures, against Girona, against Celta de Vigo, they've won all. One thing a bet me say upset, Celta de Vigo may be getting a draw at Real Madrid. And the last time Celta de Vigo picked a point at Madrid was in 2017. Team Kosher Real Madrid by 2-1, and I'm not seeing that happen. In Telcom and Bet.Africa, at least Asema Mekacho and it's a Real Madrid straight win, and also over 1.5 likely to play. Last game I share Leeds and Liverpool, and I think that Liverpool this season and slot or the Nyaman or the Talikra why because things are not going how he wants them to go. And the way their performance is going this season, Ubia episode of finding where the fault is coming from. But you can't find where the fault is coming from because as a head coach, he has available players, he has everything in charge. But still the results is not coming. Indra, it took Chiesa to save Ancelotti. And how many times are you going to get a player run the length in that period to save a club? And this is a game, at least last 7 games are producing over 2.5.
Okay.
From Manchester City and Indra Chelsea game here. And their one team 7 of their last 10 home games should go in the first half. This is no team what considering more goals in the first half in Liverpool. So likely leads to get a goal in the first half. It was sure.
Okay.
How can Liverpool, especially Ellen Road, it has been a difficult game, a difficult ground for some of the big teams. How would Liverpool cope with the fans, with how small the pitch is, and how aggressive our leads for Nebeba? And Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 13 games against newly promoted side. That is what they would go into this game with. It's a newly promoted side for no. They don't come closer to us. But Liverpool are conceded first. In the last 7 away games, are conceded first. It will move 6. Into this game, we will be opese ofeske mu edua. Ubeti my Leeds first half no draw.
Okay.
Likely to play. First half no draw for Leeds, likely to play on this day. And Leeds to score first, likely to play. I'm seeing a lot of goals in this game. Leeds Bernard said they will come out to play. They see that the Liverpool team in here. And the way Leeds set it up in Leeds to Liverpool are going to find it very difficult to play against them. This season, Liverpool are facing over 600 plus long balls. And Emu bear 10 are leading to goals.
Wow.
Leeds able 5 back with 2 tall strikers. And then they will push a lot of long balls towards Van Dijk and Konate.
Okay.
And that will be their weapon to try and unlock Liverpool through long balls. Mekai Bisa Ancelotti say, how are they going to defend long balls? And they are now working on it. And I think Leeds will go into this game prepared something like that. And their coach needs results like this. So to Michel Chelsea, Liverpool, I think there's no way the fans can call for him to be sacked because these are the 2 giants in the Premier League. So to Michel, I think Leeds are going to score first.
Okay.
And are going to get 2+ goals in this game. But I'm looking at a Leeds win or draw.
Okay.
In this fixture because of the performance of Madanidi. That second half performance against Manchester City, 90 minutes against Chelsea, shows now they've been able to come up with a plan and they'll go against the big boys and win. Into this weekend, yes, Ubuera in Bed of Africa. When the analysis back up on the fixture, Seba Kai say Adebakwa in Bed of Africa for the buy the biggest odds on the market. Games here, Yeshishi, Ubeko baby aqua na odds ni susa. Usika ni muntimi nyedu. But with my Bed of Africa on the selections I'm on bet builder, usika no beti mi ayedu. Until the kakra tai chia, next can mo ayedu. Udin so na udi ni mu kese mu. Say ne wonsu weni beti mi aje. Until this to weekend games no any there atujan.
Right. Until weekend games no na yabo boss kakra the amount. Na hwe de amaye ni. Muntie ni ye pa. Man City ne Sunderland game no match Sunderland 4 goals. Which Sunderland 4 goals 1 cedi 17 pesos. My bet. Newcastle Besha Burnley. Newcastle Bohum Besha Burnley. Osbeck any Bayer Leverkusen. Mekono Bayer Leverkusen win either half. Stuttgart any Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich win either half. Dortmund any Hoffenheim Mekono over 1.5. PSG any Stade Rennes, match Rennes 4 and a Makomachi. Herivin, any PSV Eindhoven. PSV Eindhoven, Herivin. So I give no. Makono under 5.5. Under 5.5, quite 120. The reason why Makono say your midweek Champions League go. It teams no more Champions League no. Ma stadium o dey so almost on share 5 goals as a bet no do share 5 goals. Dan say me ko win. No ma kwa kobo 1-1 ana 2-2 as no. Iti mako PSV ne Heerenveen under 5.5. Fenerbahce ene Istanbul Besiktas makono over 1.5. Salzburg kwa away makono away goal. Club Brugge says me hu omanu do last week mu zo mu mian ye shomu 1-0 makono under 5.5. Union Saint-Gilloise there be me corner under 4.5 because almost more Champions League game boa nkwasi asem kwa no mudi ti kwa under 4.5. Union Saint-Gilloise on a gent and able and also call under 4.5. I one city 22 pesos and a win a pet under 4.5. Then Midtjylland and Viborg airball. Midtjylland away win either half. Petrojet and Pyramids and airball. Mako under 4.5. AEK Athens and Atromitos and airball. AEK Athens and Atromitos under 4.5. Olympiacos any Ofekrite enable. Olympiacos any Ofekrite under 5.5. Olympiacos for Champions League game bo. Nti omo Champions League game bo a omo ye we to betim kura under 4.5. Panathinaikos so under 4.5. Under 4.5. Ena Celtic any has sa two teams no more strong pa. Celtic say former coach no club no on pegos shebebre sa into under 4.5. Kilmarnock any Rangers so under 4.5. And a Feyenoord also ne peg zone. Feyenoord any peg zone under 5.5. Aston Villa ne Arsenal. Sa anko for mo goals in massa. Timako under 5.5. Leeds United any Liverpool and also under 5.5. Fortuna Sittard any Ajax and also under 4.5. Tordella any Porto and also under 4.5. And Rangers any Aarhus over 1.5. Paphos any Christas. Paphos home win, but I also choose a early payout. Real Madrid ne Celta Vigo over 1.5. Barcelona and Sonny Real Betis over 1.5. Odds ni nyina 82 odds. 82 odds na me try 100 cities. Mamencho last week the same star and I'm did bet. The same style more twan win na me makwanda andama abokusu ena me yeden metin nti we 27 teams for 100 cities to actually 8,000 no the thing is what 100 cities now the year in 8.8 cities we bronya way one bit to me and we see one bit to me in wire rough
baby abuburia
what I say and the same odds na ubet me ayimu abenya out of 10 what I say it no me beto ye platform no so telegram account wo na we 10 so no o de 100 to atira na che say no so ye koyenim e wo honom enti Benedict.
Yes, indeed. Said you can hear the bet in beto Telegram channel or and then join the Telegram no Sports Arena GH. A whole weekend we quite be so no you be face ka count group no one count Telegram channel no one join it because last week you face ka this weekend you be boy Christmas eba one pay baby and for tea and champagne ka or
yes one in fact on to my bed so now ko we aso na so mo a you be me say you be boa mamonja be nwunu e wo trim.
Na join the Sports Arena GH no na afide won so befa bet and they no kakata 10 cedi na wo at least we betimi a triple na ama na edusro ama na afide wo de to aso prepare for Christmas yeba
right enti nyame adoma ye besa hia Monday ne ya ba be review games ni nyina wote Benedict nka yɛfrɛ me listo yɛbɛsa ahyia